The Melana River in Pulai, Johor is an important waterway that flows through several communities and supports the surrounding ecosystem. Once known for its calm and clear water, the river plays a role in drainage, local biodiversity, and daily life for nearby residents. However, in recent years, the Melana River has faced increasing pressure from rapid development, waste disposal, and pollution. These issues have affected the river's water quality and the overall environment. Understanding the condition of the Melana River is important so that effort can be made to protect and restore this valuable natural resource for the future development. In front of the video, there is a lot of rubbish along the riverbank. This is happening because they are in a formal dumping site here, where people throw their waste irresponsibly. And this is the place where all the industrial waste and the pedestrian waste to gather here, and the lorry will collect it. So this is one of the main reason why the river water become polluted at the Melana River. So the waste that piles up here get washed into the river during rain, cause the water to turn dirty and will become more turbidity, and the odor will become worse, and it will affect the environment. This show how improper waste disposal can seriously damage our river, which is Melana River.
Right now we at the Melana River in Johor. So this river chosen because located near both industrial and also residential area. So this also selected because at first glance we can see clearly polluted and the water appear dirty and discolored.
Okay, as you can see, behind me is the Melana River, and its current condition is very worrying. It is because the water has turned a chocolate brown color, which is a clear sign of serious pollution. This happens when waste soil, runoff or other pollutant enter the river and disturb its natural balance. If you closely, you can also see a lot of rubbish floating on the surface and gathering along the river banks. Plastic bottles, food wrappers and other waste are scattered everywhere. This amount of rubbish not only affect the appearance of the river but also harm the ecosystem and blocks the natural flow of water. The smell here is extremely unpleasant, showing the contamination level is very high. A healthy river should have a clear water and almost no odor, but in this case, pollution and rubbish have caused the river to become dirty, smelly and unsafe for human, animal and plants. This situation highlights the importance of protecting our river. Pollutant doesn't just damage the environment, it also affects the community, wildlife, and also long-term sustainability of the area.
Okay, so next we see that drain channel water from the nearby industrial area into the river. So as the water flow, we can observe the various waste material and debris collect in the drain. So this show that many of pollutant and trash from industrial area being carried directly into the river. This will harm the environment and also aquatic life downstream. So here we can see the river is close to the residential area and lot of the waste accumulate in the Melana River. So some of the trash is also trapped in the sandy area along the river bank. So now we look at for the classification of water quality in Melana River Johor based on the WQI that we get from Malaysian Journal Analytical Science. So the first one is dissolved oxygen. When we having a low DO, that means the water is polluted. So DO decrease when there is too much organic or chemical pollution. So Melana River having DO equal to 48 based on the Malaysian Journal Analytical Science. So that means the sewage treatment plant in that area having discharge and reduce the oxygen in the river. So organic waste increase the bacterial respiration. That means bacteria use oxygen to reduce the organic matter, and that show the river having a low oxygen and unhealthy. And next is biochemical oxygen demand. BOD is used to measure the amount of oxygen bacteria need to break down organic matter. So when we having a high BOD, that's mean we having a high organic pollution. So the sources is from sewage, food waste, domestic wastewater such as cooking oil and also soap. So based on the BOD value of Melana River, 51, that's mean having moderate to high organic pollution. So bacteria are using a lot of oxygen, that's causing a less oxygen left for fish, and river is biologically polluted. And next is chemical oxygen demand. So COD is used to measure amount of oxygen required to oxidize the chemical pollutant. So the sources coming from industrial chemical, fertilizer, detergent, oil and also grease. So this COD value of 62 from the Melana River indicate that high chemical pollution, that means strong presence of industrial or domestic chemical. So based on that, we having a COD value is more than BOD value for the Melana River. That means it suggests chemical pollutant dominate the river.
So I will move to the next water quality index parameter, which is suspended solid. What is suspended solid? Suspended solid is a particle that dissolve in the water and make the water become high turbidity. So, what is inside what is type of suspended solid? So the suspended is include the salt and clay particle, sand and industrial waste particle. All these three types contribute to the suspended solid, which is that involve into the water quality index. So, if the high suspended solid, it will make the water become cloudy and high turbidity, and it will affect first is light penetration. Why it will affect the light penetration? Because the soil suspended solid, it it cannot be penetrated by light. So if the light penetrate inside the water, but the water has a higher suspended solid, so the light that penetrate into the water cannot penetrate into the ground. So if the light cannot penetrate into the ground, it will affect the photosynthesis process. Why it will affect the photosynthesis process? Because photosynthesis process is one of the process that need from the plant to create oxygen. So if the oxygen cannot be processed or cannot be produced by plant, so it will make the plant become dead. So if the plant become dead, so the aquatic cannot get the enough oxygen. So if the aquatic cannot be enough oxygen, and it will be dead. So it will affect the aquatic habitat quality and the uh, make the Melana River become worse. So as we can see, the suspended solid for Melana River is 14, which is indicate severe sediment pollution, which is the river is very turbid and murky, high sediment load and likely heavy erosion and runoff entering the river, because as we can see from the site visit, that the runoff water from the rainwater or the industrial wastewater will go direct into the Malana River, which is very bad, because inside the wastewater there are a lot of suspended and dangerous solid, and it will make the Malana River become worse, because the solid will it have the toxic and dangerous uh, odor. So we will move to the next water quality index, which is ammoniacal nitrogen. So ammoniacal nitrogen is from the sewage, urine and fecal contamination, animal manure, fertilizer and industrial discharge. So the ammoniacal nitrogen is basically is not dangerous if the contamination of ammonia is low, but it will become toxic if the ammonia is at the high level. But it will affect the aquatic habitat, which is for the fish. So we can see, based on the report of Melana River Water Quality Index, the ammoniacal nitrogen is 75, and it will reflect moderate ammonia contamination, which is ammonia is detectable but not extremely high. So the ammonia contamination inside the Melana River is not high, but actually it's not also good, because it's not a low, but it just a moderate. So in the same time, it also has possibility to become high, because it at the middle. Next is there is input of sewage of agriculture waste. We can see based on the video that we have shared before, there are a lot of waste that have been put in beside the Melana River, and there are a lot of waste from the drainage, it go direct into the Melana River, which is contribute to the ammonia nitrogen. So next is oxygen sensitivity increases, which is has low dissolved oxygen risk, because when the ammonia is high, the DO will become low. Lastly is some aquatic species may be stressed, because if the produce of the oxygen is become low, so some of the aquatic life need more oxygen to survive.
Okay, hello everyone. Continuing from my teammate's discussion of dissolved oxygen, BOD, COD, SS, and ammonia, now I will cover pH and explain what water quality index tells us and what the river's official classification means for the people and the ecosystem. Now, firstly, pH. Natural rivers usually fall between pH 6.5 and 8.5. This is very important because pH controls chemical reaction in the water and affects how toxic certain substances are to aquatic life. So, the report shows that Sungai Melana has an excellent pH score, essentially very close to neutral and within the safe range. This suggests that the river still has good buffering capacity, meaning dissolved carbonates are helping keep acidity and alkalinity stable even though other pollutants are present. In plain terms, despite pollution from organic matter and solids, the river's acidity is not strongly shifted, so basic water chemistry remains fairly stable. Next, the Water Quality Index, or WQI. WQI combines the 6 key parameters as previously mentioned by my roommates and me, are scored into a single number so that we can judge the overall water quality quickly. For Sungai Melana, the calculated WQI is 56, which falls in the moderately polluted category. This single number reflects the combined effect of the parameters described earlier. Specifically, the WQI here is pulled down by very poor suspended solid, low DO, and high COD score. Those problems outweigh the excellent pH level score here and result in an overall degrading rating. The score, as mentioned before, for the suspended solids are 14, DO at 48, COD at 62, while pH is 99. Now, what does WQI of 56 mean in practice? It means that the water quality is not suitable for direct human contact. For activities such as bathing, swimming are unsafe, and many sensitive aquatic species will struggle to survive over time. The ecosystem is stressed and need improvement. Now finally, for the water classifications, Sungai Melana is classified as class 3. That classification means that the water may be used for irrigation or after extensive treatment for drinking can support tolerant aquatic life, but it is not suitable for recreation, bathing or fish breeding without serious remediation. So in short, the water is polluted and requires action before it's safe for common human use. So to wrap it up, in conclusion, the good pH tells us that basic chemical balance is intact, but low WQI and class 3 status show that the oxygen demand, pollutant, and solids are the real problem. Addressing sources of organic pollution, reducing solids entering into the river, and improving oxygen level are the priority steps to restore Sungai Melana. That's all from me. Thank you.